Well, it's not often this happens. We're playing both of our former clubs in today's episode, Fulham and Barnsley. Nearly forgot who our former club was, even though we still live there. Fulham and Barnsley in the league. If we win them both, we're looking good. If we lose them both, we could be in for another sack. Hey guys, and welcome back to more Football Manager 2019. I'm Joe if you're new around here, and welcome to part 4 of Season 6 of the Journeyman with Sheffield Wednesday. And in today's episode we have those two matches that I talked about in the intro, one against Barnsley, one against Fulham, both in the league. Since you were last with us, things have been okay, but not brilliant. So we went and drew with Exeter City, which is not a bad result, but they are in the relegation zone, so it could have been a game that we looked at and wanted to win. Hey ho. We then beat Derby County 2-1 with Sean Maguire and Tom Kearney on the score sheet. We then beat West Ham in the FA Cup 5th round with Dummett and Jones on the score sheet. That means we're through the quarter-finals. More on that in a moment. And then we lost 3-1 to Southampton. Really disappointing considering we were 1-1 for quite a significant part of the match. And then Juan Hernandez and Tammy Abraham in the last couple of minutes put 2 past us. Meaning that we are 16th in the league at the moment. And, we're doing fine. The board are happy with us, but we're already getting those messages in the media saying, oh, you should be doing better in the league. But the fact of the matter is, it's just so tight, We're only 8 points off the playoffs. A good run towards the end of the season, and we'll easily make the playoffs. So it's a difficult one. It really is. The board are happy with what we're doing at the moment, but it's just so tight. It could go either which way. But today, we've got to try and see some good performances. Speaking of performances, let's have a little look at squad performances. Top goal scorer is Sean Maguire, 10 from 14 starts. We've then got 8 for Chris Jones, the youngster, remember. 6 for Alexander Soloff, who is still a little bit injured. He is wearing protective equipment, so he can play if required. Top assists is Daniel Holt with 5. Interestingly enough, Daniel Holt, a man that hasn't really played much for me, is our top assists. 4 for Dakota Reed, 3 for Ralston, 3 for Brown. Top average rating is Tom Kearney. Just became Championship Player of the Month, which is fantastic. Been a really good signing, actually. 7.24 for him, 7.03 for Brown, 7.02 for Denswell, and Smithies with a 7.01. So, yeah, quarter-final of the FA Cup. We will be playing Norwich or Liverpool in the next round. They're playing their replay in the week, actually. So we should, theoretically, we'll see who we've got in the quarter-final by the end of this episode. Now, they're playing Liverpool at home. They could win it. They drew the away game, obviously, but that's going to be exciting if we can get Norwich. I feel like we could be looking at a semi-final, and there's not many scary teams left in it. Looking at that, Southampton or Reading are guaranteed to be in the semi-final. Everton or Watford guaranteed to be in the semi-final. So it could be an opportunity for a very special cup run indeed, which we'll be covering in some later episodes of this season. Let's have a look at the team that we've got to put out there today. We've got Nick Pope in goal. We've then got Ralston, Denswell, Tiru and Cater in defence. We've then got Kearney, Tunnicliffe and Brown in the middle, with Izzy Brown starting behind Sean Maguire and Chris Jones up top. Yeah, let's get into it. This is the game that we're looking to win, the one against Barnsley. The one against Fulham, I'm not that bothered about. They're pretty much guaranteed promotion now, along with Southampton. Both of them have been incredible this season, and it's fair to say that they're going to go up this year. What would be nice is if we can get 2 victories today and get right up into that playoff picture to see if we can go along with them up into that Premier League. It would be rather sweet if we could do it after our humiliation at Fulham. Well, it wasn't really humiliation. We were fighting a losing battle, really, but it's nice to see some of our old players over at Barnsley. They're currently down in 20th place, which is only 3 places underneath us, but underneath us nonetheless. Chris Jones with the header, and that is just wide early on here, but we're seeing Adebayo, Kyung Rock, Angus MacDonald again, but apart from that, there's not actually many players in there that I recognise. Dan Burn, of course, in there, Mowat on the bench, but considering that we only left partway through last season, it's a very, very different looking team to what we took over, or what we left around about this time last year. So, yeah, first half, absolutely nothing happening, which, hasn't been an uncommon occurrence this season. We have played quite a few boring matches, unfortunately. But Davies gets it away now to Racini on this left-hand side. He's pushing forward. Tiru Adebayo's there, and he's hit the post. Wow, how has he missed that? He wouldn't have missed that under our stewardship. You can guarantee it. Choi Kyung Rock into the middle. Tiru away. Now Chris Jones. We could be on the counter-attack here. There's still 20 seconds left of this first half. Jones gets it forward towards Sean Maguire. What a chance this is. Maguire misses. That was a huge chance, and for a man that is in such good form recently, I'm very, very surprised that he didn't put that in the back of the net. Denswell gets it into the middle. It's away once again. Now here's Izzy Brown. And I think that is half-time. So, unlucky there. We had that big chance there at the end. Unfortunately, we couldn't stick it in the back of the net. But hopefully going into the second half, we've sort of got the measure of Barnsley a little bit. We know what we want to do in this game. We're gonna actually go attacking, because I think we are the stronger team. So let's go out there and show them why we are the stronger team. Here's Cater now to Chris Jones. Cater again. Now Kearney. Cater forward to Brown. Brown back to Tiru. Now here's Cater. Izzy Brown once again pushing forward. Oh, that's a nice ball forward to Chris Jones. Gets it into Alan Brown with the shot, and what a goal that is from Alan Brown just outside the area, and that is a fabulous finish. What a goal that is. Top left-hand corner, and we go 1-0 up against our former club. Chris Jones with the ball, and what a finish that is. Absolutely fabulous. And weirdly, Izzy Brown has got the assist. I'm not entirely sure why. It was Chris Jones with the pass, so maybe you guys can shed some light on that down below in the comments. Very, very odd indeed. Here's Racini now. Racini on the ball. He's pushing forward on this left-hand side. Can we get the tackling? Come on. Burn. Racini switches the play beautifully. Now here's Choi Kyung Rock on the ball. Great tackle from Brown. Now Irving. Oh, Brown again. Wonderful tackle. Now here's Jones. Chris Jones on the ball. Now Alan Brown. That's forward. Good header. Kearney. Now Kyung Chung Rock. No idea how to say his name. Good tackle. Sawyers. Choi Kyung Rock. Here we go. Pushing forward again. Here's Racini now. Racini on the ball into the middle. Adebayo's there to penalty. That is careless defending from Chuck Cater there. Or Czech Cater. And now, who's it going to be? Forrester steps up. Forrester scores. That was a lovely penalty. 1-1 now. And that is a really, really poor bit of defending. We're going to put Dakota Reed up top. Tunnicliffe is going to come off as well. We're going to put Angel Di Maria. That's a common substitution, sticking him in the ball-winning midfielder role since his star role in the last episode, at least in the first game. But, yeah, good penalty. No goalkeeper in the world is saving that, unfortunately. Now we look like we might just get the draw. This is the game I did target today that I thought we could win, and I think, we have had chances to win this, but equally they've had a couple of good chances that they've missed out on. We're going to bring on Dries Mertens up top. And I don't really know what to do with him because he's got no pace now, so it's difficult. We need to stick him just on the line, which is why I think a poacher is a good position for him. But, he hasn't exactly had a chance on his boot yet to stick it in, unfortunately. But, a bit of a drab game in the end, unless Izzy Brownton. Oh my word, he nearly did. He nearly won it on the whistle there. And there it is. 1-1. I guess a fair result when you look at the stats, but disappointing nonetheless. That is the sort of game that we want to be winning, and it just makes it all the tougher to go and try and beat Fulham. Well, just the one change for this match. Actually, there's two changes, I tell a lie. Keita was injured, so we've had to bring in Paul Dummett, and we've also brought in De Cordova-Reid up top instead of Chris Jones, who, in all honesty, hasn't played too well recently, which is a shame. He was doing really, really well when he first came into the side, was scoring in pretty much every game, but since then, really has been quite poor. So we've got to go out there today now and perform against Fulham. 1-1 against Barnsley was okay. It was fine, but we don't want to make a habit of it. But Fulham are second in the league. It is going to be tough. They've only lost 4 games all year. I don't think we can find out on this screen who they were against, but it's crazy seeing some of them names in there. Even how different that squad is compared to the squad we had last year. How many of them have just gone. Eric Gröner's still there, the wonder kid. Whether he still is a wonder kid or not, I'm not entirely sure. I really don't know. But certainly not the worst start for us. We're competing with them, and we've got a corner here. Here's Denswell, gets it into the middle. De Cordova-Reid was there. Here's Maguire. Is he going to get it back out? He does. Here's Denswell again. Gets it in. Here's Maguire, and it's in. Sean Maguire with the goal. 11th of the season for him. Denswell with the assist. What a searching pass that was for Maguire in the middle, which is fantastic. Look at this. Have a beautiful pass, and then Maguire with the finish. It's 1-0 against our former club. We're showing them what they're missing. It was definitely a harsh sacking in the summer, being sacked by Fulham. But, we're on the up now, and hopefully this, if we can hold on to a victory in this game, could be a springboard for the rest of the season. By the way, in the FA Cup quarter-final, we will play Liverpool. They beat Norwich 3-0 in the replay. So that's going to be a tough quarter-final match. But we've already beaten Arsenal on the run so far, so it's not, completely unquestionable, but we will be showing it in the next episode, hoping to pull off a giant killing. Depending on when it is, I really don't know when the cup matches are. If it's the next match, then we probably won't show it, but I'll certainly try and fit it in. Gröner, yeah. It was just really, really poor defending, and it was a great initial save from Nick Pope, but that was just terrible defending and nobody about. I mean, where was the left back? That's the first question, and then what's he doing? Number 16, Tiru, I think it is. The man that's I think Tiru's leaving at the end of the year. Can't quite remember whether it's him or somebody else, but 60 minutes in, De Cordova-Reid once again not playing well. We're going to put in Dries Mertens simply because if I put Chris Jones in, I kind of know he's not going to score. Surely one of these times Dries Mertens has to have at least a chance, and I think if he gets a chance he should score. We just need to get him a chance, which we haven't been doing. Gomez into the middle, Bolly, oh, that's just over the bar. Come on. Here's Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe out wide now to Dummett. Dummett pushing forward. Here's Brown. Now Dummett again. Dummett to Kearney. What's he going to do with it? Tom Kearney forward to Hudson-Odoi. Odoi with a shot off the post, and that's where the poacher should be. And that just shows that he's not a natural poacher. So, perhaps we're playing him in the wrong role. But it was a good shot from Hudson-Odoi and unlucky not to score. Sorry to Nedelchu. Now Paulinho, our former player, of course. Here's De Silva into the middle, and Gruner scored his 13th of the season. And Fulham go 2-1 ahead with 15 minutes to go. And you have to say we've been a little bit hard done by here. Seri with a beautiful ball across towards De Silva, who crossed it in, and then Gruner, first time, puts it in. Annoying. 80 minutes gone. Come on, boys. Just don't think we're going to do anything. And we haven't. That's a shame. We've come out of today's episode with 1 point, and I honestly do think we could and probably should have had 6. Frustrating, to say the least. But old clubs out of the way, and just a 10-game sprint to the finish. I think playoffs are probably out of the question. But we're still in the FA Cup. We have a chance of perhaps doing something special in that competition. So we'll just have to see how it goes, really. We have got the Liverpool match in a couple of games' time. So I'll show that on camera. If you have enjoyed that, then make sure you do leave a like down below. Really does help me out. It means a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.